Namaste. This is Pratibha Agarwal from Anahata Yoga Zone. The most frequent question that is asked to me these days is what is the best pranayam practice that can be done in this time of COVID? So here I'm listing out three very simple and basic pranayam practice which will take you as less as 10 to 15 minutes every day. But by regular practice of these pranayam, it's going to enhance your lungs, your respiratory organs, your respiratory system, and also it'll boost and build your immunity and will help you in this COVID times. So the first pranayam is the Bhastrika pranayam. So in many places, in many schools, Bhastrika is done with active inhalation and active exhalation. Today we'll do Bhastrika in a slightly different manner. We will do a few rounds of Kapalbhati and then follow it with Surya Bhedna, which is inhaling through the right nostril, holding the breath and exhaling out through the left nostril. And why are we doing the Bhastrika pranayam in this manner? Because when you do a few rounds of Kapalbhati, it helps to release the carbon dioxide from the system and increases the alkalinity of your blood. And when the alkaline level in the blood increases, and then after that, when we practice Kumbhak, we are able to hold the breath or we are able to practice Kumbhak for a longer time. And whenever there is a holding of the breath or the Kumbhak, there is a slight control on the thoughts. And when the thoughts are controlled, we all know it helps us to combat stress, because the stress comes only because of the worries of the past and the stress of the future. So if we can hold the thought and if we can stay in the present moment, it will help us to bring down the stress. So all the pranayam that we are doing today will guide us to help us to bring the stress down, because when the stress levels are more in the body, then the immunity system does not function to its optimum. And as soon as we do practices which brings down the stress levels, it will not only enhance your lungs and your respiratory system, it will also help you to boost your immunity, which is very important to combat the COVID situation today. So let us do the Bhastrika pranayam. We will do 20 or 30 rounds of Kapalbhati, rapid exhalation. After that, we will inhale through the right nostril, hold the breath for about 30 seconds and exhale out through the left nostril. To do Kapalbhati, in case if you're a beginner and if you don't know Kapalbhati, you do inhalation. You inhale first and then you do rapid exhalation. When you do Kapalbhati, you focus on the exhalation and your inhalation happens naturally. And every time you exhale, you draw your abdomen in. Every time you exhale, you flap your abdomen in. Let me demonstrate it for you, and then you can practice it on your own around 3 rounds. So you sit comfortably. Very important whenever you do pranayam that you sit straight. If you cannot sit on the floor, feel free to sit on the chair, or else if you're sitting on the floor, take a back support or a back rest if you feel that you cannot sit straight without the back support. If you're sitting on the floor, make sure you're not sitting directly on the floor, but you have a cloth, a rug or a carpet on which you're sitting on. And also, whenever you do pranayam, make sure you don't do it immediately after food. Give a good gap of about 2 hours or 3 hours before you do the pranayam after eating food. And after you have done your pranayam practice, take a gap of about half an hour before you eat anything. So let us get started. The first pranayam that I'm demonstrating is the Bhastrika. It is slightly different from the regular Bhastrika that you might be used to practicing. So I repeat, what we are doing now is 20 or 30 exhalations, Kapalbhati, and then I will inhale through the right nostril, hold the breath, do the Kumbhak, and then exhale out through the left nostril. Usually, holding the breath or Kumbhak is contraindicative for people with any kind of heart conditions or high blood pressure. But here we are holding the breath for a short duration of time, so you can also do it. But be very mindful, do not force any part of the pranayam. When you start your pranayam practice, always remember you have to do it slowly and steadily, with all awareness. Do not push yourself, don't try to do too much right in the beginning. So do it very slowly and smoothly. Let us begin the practice of Bhastrika. So you close your eyes, sit straight. I'm doing 30 exhalations, and every time that I exhale, I'm going to draw my abdomen in. So I start by breathing out completely, emptying my lungs. And now I breathe in and I start exhaling rapidly. I relax. Normal breathing in and breathing out. Then I adopt what I call it as a Nasikragra Mudra. 2 fingers at the base of the palm. With your thumb, you close your right nostril. With your little finger, you close your left nostril. Take a long, deep breath in through the right nostril. Close your right nostril with the thumb. Now both your nostrils are closed. Hold the breath for about 20 to 30 seconds, or hold it as per your capacity. And then slowly exhale out through your left nostril. After you exhale out completely, release and relax your hands down. Normal breathing. And then get ready for the second round. So this is the Bhastrika Pranayam that you're going to practice. 20 to 30 exhalations, slow and moderate pace, and then inhale through the right nostril. Hold the breath. I have said 30 seconds, but if you're a beginner and if you feel that you need to exhale out before 30, feel free to do that. Build up to 30 seconds slowly. Never force any part of the pranayam. And then this complete round, which is your Kapalbhati, followed with Surya Bhedna Pranayam, do it 3 times or 5 times. Now let's come to the second pranayam, which is again very, very useful and very beneficial, the Nari Shodhana Pranayama. Usually the Nari Shodhana Pranayam is done again with Kumbhak, or holding of the breath, where you do the ratio 1:4:2. If you inhale for 4 counts, you hold the breath for 16 counts, and you exhale out for 8 counts. But today we do the Nari Shodhana practice in the ratio 1:2. So if I'm inhaling for a count of 3, I'm going to exhale for a count of 6. So here also I'm training myself to lengthen my exhalation. The exhaling part of the breath is a relaxing part of the breath, and the inhaling part of the breath is the energizing part of the breath. So the more I exhale, I lengthen my exhalation, the more I relax my mind. And the more I can relax my mind, the more I can control the stress, the more I can boost my immunity. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to practice the Nari Shodhana today with the inhalation and exhalation in the ratio 1:2. Here I am demonstrating 3 seconds of inhalation and 6 seconds of exhalation. For a beginner, even 6 seconds of exhalation might be challenging, so feel free to exhale out for 4 seconds or 5 seconds in the beginning and slowly build your practice to 6 seconds of exhalation. For some of you, breathing in for 3 seconds and breathing out for 6 seconds, if it is very, very easy, then you can deepen it or you can lengthen it by inhaling for 4 seconds and exhaling for 8 seconds. Whatever the length of your inhalation, make sure the length of your exhalation is the double, and you keep the ratio of 1:2. And this Nari Shodhana Pranayam, you can start by doing 7 rounds, build it up to 11 and even 21. Do it slowly, do it mindfully, never rush with your pranayam. So let us start the second pranayam that I'm demonstrating now, the Nari Shodhana Pranayam. Now for this, you adopt your Nasikagra Mudra in your right hand. So you fold the first 2 fingers and you use the ring finger and the thumb. There are 2 ways of doing your Nasikagra Mudra. One is to do it this way, to close alternatively the nostril with your thumb and your ring finger. Other way to do your Nasikagra mudra is to place the index and the middle finger at the center of the eyebrows and then use the thumb and your ring finger to alternatively close the nostrils. So adopt what comes naturally to you. So let me show you the Nasikagra mudra with the fingers placed on the palm. So you will inhale through both the nostrils to begin the practice. Exhale out through both the nostrils. Now you place your thumb at the right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril for 3 seconds. Use your ring finger and little finger to close your left nostril and exhale out through the right nostril for 6 seconds. Again, inhale through the right nostril for 3 seconds. Close your right nostril with the thumb. Exhale out through the left nostril for 6 seconds. So you start by breathing in through the left nostril, and when you breathe out through the left nostril, that makes 1 round. Without the instructions, let me demonstrate and show you once again. So this was the Nari Shodhana Pranayam, 1 round. Such rounds you start with 7, then you slowly build it up to 11, 15 and then 21. Do this regularly and you will find as the length of your exhalation increases and you increase your exhalation, it helps to calm and it helps to relax your mind. The third pranayam that I am demonstrating now is the Brahmari Pranayam. Brahmari Pranayam is a beautiful pranayam to calm and relax your nervous system, to enhance or to raise your parasympathetic nervous system. In today's time, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system, between the two, both of which is very, very important for our life. But what we are doing, where are we, in what situation, the sympathetic nervous system is on the rise. Now the sympathetic nervous system is responsible for fight and flight. But this sympathetic nervous system should be activated sporadically. But in today's time, the sympathetic nervous system is always a little more active than the parasympathetic nervous system. And this equilibrium where your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system is balanced and working equally is very important for optimum health of the mind and the body. So with the Brahmari Pranayam, we raise the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing about a homeostasis or an equilibrium in our body, in our internal health. So to do Brahmari, you inhale and while exhaling, you make the sound of a B. Now when you do the Brahmari this way, again, it helps to lengthen your exhalation. And there is a vibrational therapy which happens. Because when you do Brahmari and when you're exhaling and humming like a bee, if you place your hand gently on the on the top of the head, you will feel the vibration at the palm. So there is a vibration which is brought about in your whole body with the practice of Brahmari. Now because of this vibration, your skeletal muscles and your smooth muscles of the organs relaxes. So there is a relaxation in your physical body, in your muscles. And when the muscles relax, then the body relaxes. And also, it helps to relax the muscles of the blood vessels. These blood vessels get constricted when there is a lot of stress hormone produced in the body. These stress hormones constrict the blood vessels, resulting in a lot of load on the heart for it to pump the blood. So when these blood vessels or the muscles of these blood vessels relaxes, it helps to relax the heart, and then it helps to relax all the vital organs like the lungs, the kidney and the brain. So let us practice this Brahmari. You can practice this Brahmari adopting various mudras. To start and show you a very simple mudra, you take your index finger and place it at the skin, and then you just press it gently. And then you inhale while exhaling, you will produce the sound like the humming of a bee. Let me demonstrate it for you. And you exhale up to your capacity. You don't force your exhalation to prolong for a very long time that you start gasping for the next inhalation. So exhale till you are comfortable, and then whenever your body needs to inhale, you inhale again, and then while exhaling, you hum like a bee. I'm going to show you a couple of rounds of Brahmari. I can demonstrate it, and then later on, you can practice at your own pace. So this is how it is done. Inhale. For demonstration purpose, I would have done it for a few seconds only. You can start by doing for around 2 minutes and then build your practice to anywhere between 5, 7, 8 or even 10 minutes. When you do prolonged Brahmari, and then when you just stay still for some few minutes, you will really feel and experience a deep state of calm and relaxation. Do practice these 3 pranayam every single day as demonstrated and as instructed. Make sure that you do it with a straight spine and in an empty stomach. This will take roughly around 10 to 15 minutes. Have a discipline to do it at the same time every single day, and then do it for the next 21 days to make it a habit. Practice these pranayam, and it's going to definitely help you to bring down your stress levels, to optimize your lung functioning and the proper functioning of your respiratory system. And this is the best thing that you can do in these COVID times. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining, and do practice and let us know how it's worked for you. Thank you.